just got the wrong word in my head. I'm a little bit surprised by the Lesh ban for OG.
They're respecting the
offlane Lesh possibility.
Yeah, because when you have Tree in the 4 and you already picked up Rubik Undying, if you don't win your lanes with these heroes, it will just feel really uncomfortable.
Yep.
And OG, I think you're going to go for a more static style of play, where it's going to be some Brew Centaur style offlane, and then your carry is going to be some range Drow something that just push out the lane, and then you'll play for mid-game timing. It's not like you're going to be dominating the map.
What are we going to see? Some snipers or Drows here, right? Most likely for OG.
Along those lines.
Yeah. TA is left in the pool, and for Entity, when it comes to carries, I want to see a Pudge maybe, once again. Yeah. It's very
early for the Ember.
They snatch it, yeah.
Do you want them to pick up their
Pudge
carry?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
No, I was thinking.
Well, even just like their core, right? Their carry. Would you like it to be picked up in the second phase?
I think right now, probably what they were debating is whether they have the option or whether they should put the Pango into the offlane, because it is something they can play around. You can also see it from OG's bans. They were like, they could do that and put a new mid hero there, but they're just like going with a chill Fishman Disruptor, Darkseer combo as well. Good with Pango, good with Disruptor.
Good with 3.
Yeah, pretty solid second phase here from Entity.
Their lineup just looks very solid when it comes to team fights. Undying, even in that lane, might not be that great of a hero. Like, you are strong, you are versus these 2 melees. You can, if you're good, if you play it right, like, you can decay both of them. But Iron Shell and Leech Seed,
it's going to be a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be way too much. I don't know what kind of a position 1 you can get here to alleviate the pain. There's... Have we ever... Okay, so we never saw them play Undying.
Go on, say it.
Anti-Mage still left in the pool. They go with the Bloodseeker.
Yeah, go for Bloodseeker.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like OG going for the Bloodseeker now, their draft is mirroring Entities in regards to just go for the mid-game fight, go for the Brawl. This is going to be an equally scrappy game the entire time. I think OG actually have now, with their next 2 picks, have leaned more towards being the aggressors now. I was a bit worried that they wouldn't be able to get to that position, but because Entity picked up more kind of defensive heroes in regards to they kind of come online a little bit later, it is going to put the ball in OG's court to just capitalize on that. And yeah, they should be really happy with the heroes that they have to deal with the type of draft Entity has right now.
Nice little rupture here and there versus Pango as well, right?
It's a pretty good Bloodseeker game. I do think that we saw this lane last time. The tree helps Darkseer quite a lot in the lane. I think even against Undying, because your HP pool is lower, the heal is even better. But I still think it's a good Bloodseeker lane. It will be a good game too for the hero. But I think OG on the last pick, they want another hero that also like helps this Bloodseeker to be fast in the early game. I think like the Ember is already going to harass the Pango a lot. If you can create the same in your offlane, which you should be able to,
maybe some
you have last pick. Yeah, I think anything, because you'll see the matchup that can harass there, that can really help swing this bottom lane for Bloodseeker.
Yeah, by the way, what happened to Nature's Prophet? Like, this guy has been contested almost in every single game in the first 4 weeks.
Just not really flexed as much as these teams. I think also OG haven't played it yet in the DPC.
Playing.
Yeah, it's just rough.
By the way, the DP is bad.
Yeah, DP is, definitely.
That's what you said, right?
The other Prophet, the Nature.
Oh,
Nature's Prophet.
no, I thought before you said DP. I was just mishearing things.
It happens.
It happens.
Yeah, I mumble a lot.
It's all good.
I think a potential pick for Entity out of phase could be the classic Watson Pudge. It's not banned. I think it's good with Darkseer.
Yeah.
It does pretty well in this game, I think, at least for now.
Bloodseeker with the shard, how would that work into the Pudge? Maybe you get some hits in later on.
I was worried about say Ags for a second. Like, please don't even entertain this.
Of course, not Ags. Just the shard.
Yeah, it helps.
It would be good.
Anything percentage based against the tanky heroes feels good. I think for Entity, they're in a position with their carry that they need to go for a more active carry where you can't lean on some like Watson Terrorblade or something because it's too slow. You can skip waves and stuff, but you kind of need a hero to join that early fight because OG, they're going to be bringing 5 heroes to every engagement. And I like the Timber ban as well from Entity.
You're banning Pudge here, right, if you're OG?
I think you kind of should, because there's a lot of heroes not in the pool anymore that would allow you to comfortably counterpick it, unless I'm missing one. But Enigma's banned, Death Prophet is banned, Timber is banned now too. I think these are some of your like most comfortable counterpicks.
Yep.
What should OG also be looking to ban out here? Should they just go for that Pudge and try and push Entity onto something else?
I think so, unless they really have a hero in mind that they want against Pudge.
What else is there? Like, there's Pudge Watson, there's Watson TB, and that's kind of popular at the moment for him. but it's a completely different playstyle. And for me, Entity is the best when they have this tri-core that's just very aggressive early on. Darkseer, Pudge, and Pango definitely fit that.
Yeah, it's nice because for Entity at least, they rarely have, they actually go for the TB. So
they ban out the TB instead.
Sure. And for Entity, it's like they often will be happy to have lineups that don't even care about going for it. This Furion,
okay,
it's nice for like the aggression, but I feel like normally you don't feel too great playing into Embers and Bloodseekers and stuff as a Furion. I feel, especially with a last
understand
pick.
it though. I can definitely see the point because both of these teams went kind of all in my opinion, so far, right? Like they really want to dominate the early to mid game post laning stage, and Entity, well, they have the upper hand at the moment with the Prophet, but it's a nice pick in the lane.
Or an OG draft, actually, you know? It's one game away from potentially elimination or resetting the bracket to go again for tiebreakers, and you'll whip out an Ember Mag draft. And
That's true. Actually, I didn't think about this. If OG lose this game, they won't be going in the major.
yeah.
They will just miss out, and it'll be Entity Tundra going. And then if OG win, then we just reset all the tiebreakers.
Yep. And it's kind of, this Furion pick, I don't mind it for the idea of Entity, but I feel like now that you picked the Mag as well for OG, it's just an insurance policy that you never will feel too uncomfortable playing into it, and Entity are going to have to hit some big wombo combos, but they are the team that finds that in all the games anyway.
Yeah. What about you, Lizard? Where are you sitting with this? Is it going to be a reset on the tiebreakers?
I'm not sure. I really like the Mag last pick. Like I feel that always it's strong in the lane. The cleave is really nice. Both the Bloodseeker and Ember later on in the game, it kind of keeps, like Tigav said, it keeps the late game potential open for them. I still feel that Entity might run circles around them early on.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Mag. I love this last pick Mag. I think the hero is amazing.
Power targets. Yeah, I mean, it gives you late game insurance constantly. Looks pretty good, but I think Entity, they do have a really fast-paced draft, and you know, if there's anybody to rely on in an early game kind of thing, it's Katomi when he's playing his Treant Protector.
Oh, yeah.
He has, I think, like a 70-something% win rate on the hero so far for this team. So I'm looking at that to be the key, and I think for OG, if they can keep the games a little slowed down, they should be able to take it. So speed versus greed a little bit. Yeah, should be an interesting one. Should be a little bit more fighty, I guess we could say, than the last year's, which was a bit more avoiding, at least in the first 30
Right.
minutes. I think this one's probably going to have quite a bit more action in the early.
Well, I'm looking forward to it for sure. I think that, you know, you come out of that game that was just insanity in the last one, and it's a question of like, okay, are Entity going to sort of have that still hyped up mentality? Will they be able to reset, get themselves back down to just like a simple laning stage? OG obviously watching that entire game and sort of thinking through, you know, what it would mean going into this next match. It's going to be crazy. And I think that, like, in particular to me, I think that Nature's Prophet pick is like, let's